I see a lot of guys make excuses about why they aren't successful with women, and today we gon' fix that. What up, homie? My name's Dave, and I put out new videos every Tuesday and every Friday to help you get the girls you want and become the man you're meant to be. So if you haven't already, smash that like button, give me a little bit of support. Really helps me to continue making awesome videos for you guys. Anyway, most guys have reasons why they don't have the things they want, and most of these reasons come down to the 5 excuses I'm gonna be talking about today. I'm gonna break each one of them down and tell you why they're bullshit and tell you how to overcome them. Make sure to stick around all the way to the end though, because I'm gonna give you the insidious reason behind your excuses and why you need to stop relying on them. For now though, let's hop into it.
Anywhere you go, tell me what you find. Anything at all, like you had a mind. Hate it when you act like I'll be fine. Baby, what you go, what you have in mind.
So a lot of guys have really bad logistics when it comes to dating. So this might mean that they live at home, they live in the middle of like East Bumblefuck, like an hour away from the bars and the clubs, that they live in a small city, whatever. The point is, it's difficult for them to get a girl to come all the way out to their place or to bring her back there. As a result, they use this as an excuse as to why they can't get girls. Well, bro, I can't bring her back. What am I supposed to do? I can't really get with girls right now. That's my dating life. Well, I got news for you, bro. The majority of my early 20s were spent living at home, you know, grinding things out, learning skills so I could eventually get out the house. But during that time, I was hanging out with a lot of different girls, and instead of bringing them back to my parents' house, which obviously I couldn't really do, I would just go to their place. And I ain't fucking around. Like I'd drive up an hour to Boston. I would know, okay, there's like these 3 parking garages in the vicinity of this girl's house. I know that if I end up going home with her, I can park my car here overnight. I'm gonna be all prepared. Like I would plan for this, because you always want to like plan for your success, and it ended up working out a lot for me. By the way, if you want me to make a video on how to bring a girl back to her place, drop a comment below, let me know. But yeah, the other thing you gotta understand is it's on you to improve your logistics, right? Like your logistics are not set in stone. Like, here's Johnny, he lives at home and he's just always gonna live at home because that's what he does forever. Like, nah, you have the control. Like, you can make more money, you can find an apartment, you can get the fuck out of your parents' house and have an independent life of your own, and make sure not just that you have your own place, but that it is logistically set up well. Like every time I've traveled anywhere, any city I've gone to in the world, I've always made sure that my logistics are on point, that I live next to the good nightlife, I live next to good places to hang out with girls during the day, and it's made my dating life a lot easier, and it can do the same for you. So stop using these as an excuse. Start taking the control to improve these logistics, and your results are going to improve as well.
This money bring a whole lot of hoes. It's suicidal every time I lift my doors. I couldn't imagine doing this shit when I was broke. Now we walk around with jewelry dipped in gold. Yeah, my
So some guys are out here acting like you need to be the Monopoly man to get girls. I got news for you though, bro. Like, a girl can't see your bank account when she meets you, right, Yuki? Like, you didn't know what my bank account was when you first met me.
Yeah, definitely not.
Matter of fact, what did we do on our first date?
We went for ice cream or coffee, and then we went to your apartment.
We get a nice cheap bottle of wine too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get a nice cheap bottle of wine from the market, brought her back, and I had like this shitty little like 2-bedroom Airbnb that I was sharing with my mate from New Zealand. And yeah, I wasn't exactly the richest guy when we first met a few years ago.
That's true, that's true.
Funny thing is, like a couple weeks after we met, that's when my first book, Conversation Casanova, officially launched, and things changed like pretty quick from there, remember?
I remember that.
So yeah, even though I was kind of broke at the time, I wasn't exactly content with staying broke. I was continuing working on myself, creating books, creating courses that were gonna build my assets, build my income streams. So I wasn't just a broke guy forever. So Yuki, is that something you noticed at the beginning? Like, even though I didn't have that much money, I was still grinding it out?
Yeah, definitely. I noticed that you were a smart guy and a hard worker, doing things all the time.
And how'd that make you feel? Like what did you think about that?
I mean, I felt like, he's going to do great things in some point. It's just...
So like you saw the potential?
Definitely, yeah.
The thing is, man, it's not about how much money you're making right now or how much money is in your bank account. A lot of it is about your potential. Like, can a girl see some success in your future? And bro, that's on you. Like, you need to be ready to grind things out, to put in the work, and not just be content with having an average life, but want something great for yourself. And if that's the case, like, any girl's gonna want to be a part of that. But in the meantime, if you're broke right now, like, that's no reason why you can't get girls. Because I did it for a long time, living at home, being broke, all that type of stuff. But I always knew I'm gonna get out of this. So that's kind of the mentality that you want to take out of it. And don't even allow that to be an excuse. Like, the money thing, it's bullshit. So many guys are so ashamed to admit that they need help in their dating lives. And I get it, man. Like, there's a lot of ego when it comes to getting better with girls. Like, to admit to yourself that you need help, like, that's a tough thing to do. But what I'll tell you is, if you're not 100% happy with the way things are going, if you're not approaching girls during the day, if you feel like you're too shy to approach girls at night, whatever the case may be, like, if you're not happy with your dating life, then yeah, you could use some help. And really, there's no shame in admitting that. People in all walks of life and in all skill levels have coaches for their crafts. Like, even Michael Jordan had a basketball coach. Like, Tiger Woods had a golf coach. It's a lot better to ask for and get the help that you need than it is to just keep going on, denying to yourself that it's a problem and just struggling. Like, for example, for me, it was hard to admit that I needed a business coach. I needed someone to help me take my shit to the next level, because I felt like if I do that, then maybe that means that I'm not smart enough, that I can't do it on my own. And what I realized is that was just a bullshit story I was telling myself. And when I actually just, like, put my ego to the side, said, you know what, let me hire a business coach, let me figure this out, like, it really, you know, accelerated things for me. And I'm super happy that I did it, because he was able to point things out for me that, you know, it would have taken me a long time to figure out myself. So yeah, don't let your ego be an excuse for why you don't have the girls that you want. Put it to the side, be okay with asking for help, and get the help you need to get success.
Morning comes at night, messed up again, 'cause we're doing everything wrong. I don't know and I don't understand. When we fight, somehow we always make.
Now, by far, one of the biggest excuses I hear from guys is, I'm not good looking enough. I swear, the way y'all talk about it, it's like y'all are some troll looking motherfuckers living under the bridge, just absolutely disgusting. And then when I see your pictures in my groups and YouTube and shit, like, y'all are not that bad looking. Like, you're kind of freaking out about nothing. But seriously, it goes from like, I'm too short, I'm bald, I'm too skinny, I'm too fat. I've heard every single one in the book. Like, I'm curious, Yuki, how much do looks matter to you?
I mean, not really much. It's not about the standard beauty features people say. It's more about style. It's more about the guy trying to have a good style and stuff.
Like, if it, like going to the gym, you know, styling his hair,
taking care of their bodies.
Yeah, basically just not treating yourself like a fucking troll ass jamoke, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Matter of fact, you actually dated a guy who was shorter than you, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, what are you, like 5'3", 5'4"?
5'3", yeah.
So was he like 5'1" or 5'2"?
5'2" for sure, 5'2". Yeah, pretty much closer than mine. Pretty sure.
And what's even crazier is that your first boyfriend when you were like 17 was like this ugly motherfucker, wasn't he, from what you told me?
Oh my god.
Was he ugly, yes or no?
He was not a really attractive guy. How he was ugly?
Alright, so why'd you date him then?
It was such a nice guy, super kind, fun, a lot of fun. I mean, he was a good guy to date.
Even if you're an ugly ass troll looking dude, you can still get girls too, bro.
That was so bad.
The point is, man, you have full control over your looks. Like, you can hit the gym, you can improve your style, improve your grooming, you can do all that stuff, and you're gonna be, you know, 3-4 more points out of 10 more attractive and be able to get a lot hotter girls, because that is gonna play into the first impression you give off, right?
Yeah.
And the crazy part is, it can actually be like an advantage for you, like a chip on your shoulder. Like, I know for me, for guys like How to Beast, like, we weren't great looking dudes coming up, you know, going through middle school, high school. We weren't like these popular good looking dudes. And that gave us a chip on the shoulder to the point where, like, you know what, I want to get better with girls. I'm going to do what it takes. Let's fucking work on this shit. Versus those like the traditionally good looking guys who had just always gotten the girls, they didn't put in that work. And over the course of a few years, you know, me guys like Beast got way further ahead with girls than those traditionally good-looking guys because they didn't put in the work. This is another one of the big things I hear from a lot of guys. Either they don't have a big social circle, or the guys that they are friends with don't really like to go out, they're kind of homebodies, or they all have girlfriends, so they feel kind of stuck. But this excuse also doesn't hold up because there are two things you can do. First is to build a bigger social circle of dudes who actually do like going out, and second is to go out on your own. See it as a practice ground. If you can learn to go out on your own, have a good time, and pick up girls, man, like the sky is the limit. You never have any limitations to what you can do because you don't need anyone else for your own success. And if you're curious of one of the easiest ways to do that, and I was actually talking about this with one of my students the other day, is to learn salsa dancing. Not only is salsa dancing a great way to build your social circle up in any city you go to in the world, but it's also a great way to go out by yourself because you can easily meet people, you can easily meet girls. Sort of it's like an excuse to be out there and you can have some fun. But man, the main takeaway I want you to have here is that all of these excuses are really just an insidious way for you to let yourself off the hook and not take control of your life. All of these things somehow make it okay that you don't have the things that you want and that you'll never get them. But every single one of them is bullshit because you have control over all of them and you can improve upon each one. So instead of letting these excuses run your life, take the fucking reins, decide to run your own life, and stop being a bystander, stop being a passenger. Say, you know what? I'm gonna sit in the fucking driver's seat. I'm gonna make this shit happen. I'm gonna put my excuses behind me, and I'm gonna become the type of man that I know I can be. And if you wanna start taking control, a good way to do it is to start building some really good confidence. And for that, I recommend checking out this playlist right here. It's really gonna help you to do that quickly. Let's keep it going. I'll see you right there, homie. Stay safe.